Okay, we have a 1,500 point league battle for you today. Necrons against Dark Eldar. Very cool Dark Eldar army, a Coven army. So very unusual army, some warriors, a lot of grotesques, 2 units of them, 3 venoms with racks inside, I think. There's flying guys over there. 2 Taloses, very, very impressive. And what am I fielding? I'm fielding 4 Wraiths, 3 which have Whip Coils, Ghost Arc, 12 warriors on foot, with a Lord with Res Orb and Mindshackle Scarabs and all that goodness in there. I have 10 Immortals with a Phaeron Lord, 2 Heavy Destroyers, 3 Crypteks with Lances, Annihilation Barge, Scarabs, and Spyders with Wound Allocation buffoonery. And my opponent can try to steal initiative if he wants to. Here we go. No, gets a 3. Okay, so we're off to the races. I am going first. Back in a bit. Okay, rounding up top of turn 1 for Necrons. What happened? Spyders moved out, made some Scarabs, 3 extra Scarabs, no one took a wound. And then the Scarabs moved out and ran about 4 inches around this building. These buildings in this scenario in this game are all impassable, just to make it easier to adjudicate. Warriors moved up, ran a few inches up and behind the wall. These Crypteks moved into the transport, fired at the Venom over there, because they could see over the building, but he made cover saves. Heavy Destroyers moved up, fired at the Venom, he made his cover saves again. These guys moved up, Phaeron, fired into the Grotesques, put 1 wound on one of those guys somewhere. Annihilation Barge moved up, but was out of range about 4 or 5 inches to fire at that warrior unit. And that was about it. Wraiths just moved up and they're ready to pounce if something comes forward. So we're on to turn 1 for the Dark Eldar. Okay, rounding up bottom of turn 1 for the Dark Eldar. I popped my Solar Pulse from these guys, so it made it a little harder for me to hit. This unit tried to fire against my command barge with its heavy guns, but it didn't roll very high, so only the guys with heavy guns weren't in range to hit. These guys moved up and ran. These guys moved up, fired a single haywire shot at my guy here, and managed to got a glance through that immobilized me. I failed my cover save and it immobilized me, so this thing is kind of sucky right now. It's just sucking out there. What happened over here? 2 Venoms tried to fire against my my Spyders, but they were out of range. Some other shot fired from a Homunculi into this guy, put a wound on him, but I passed my toughness test because it would have killed me instantly if I failed the toughness. And that Venom tried to fire at the Heavy Destroyers, but was out of range, so that was mercifully lucky for me there. And we are on to top of turn 2, back in a bit. Okay, rounding up top of turn 2 for Necrons. These guys made 3 more Scarabs. This guy already took a wound, took another wound for making Scarabs though. Scarabs just moved over here, ran a few inches. Annihilation Barge laser beamed into there, killed I think 1 or 2 guys. It didn't arc to the vehicle though. These guys over here, with his Fabricator, tried to repair the immobilized result, but failed to roll a 4+. Heavy Destroyers combined with these guys had to combine together with a Phaeron unit that moved up to immobilize and blow away 1 gun on that Venom, but didn't do much else. Lances over here managed to fire and put 2 wounds into this unit of Grotesques. And that was mostly it. The warriors moved away from the wall, moved back here. They're kind of moving around this vehicle. They're going to get to this objective. And there's 1 objective over here being owned by these guys. And that is about it. So we're on to bottom of turn 2 coming up. Okay, wrapping up this middle of top of turn 3 just because there's interesting combat starting. Double charge into here, into these Grotesques. Charge with Scarabs into there. Full wrap up in a little bit. I really need some combats to start, stuff to start going my way though, because I'm falling behind here. Okay, so rounding up, that was turn 3, I think, right? Top of turn 3. So what happened? This combat combined here, we shredded through those guys, but they did manage to put a wound on 1 of my Whip Coil Wraiths. But we slaughtered those guys. They charged in, slaughtered, killed 12 of those guys, lost 1 base in return. So we didn't run them down, but they ran away and they failed to rally because we've already started bottom of 3. Over here, what else happened? Fired into here. These jerks went to ground, and 1 of them survived. Like, I don't know, 12 or 13 saves on the unit. Really annoying. So he's alive, but he's gone to ground at least. These guys fired over here and yet again did nothing. I don't think we did anything to that Venom, did we? No.
Nope. Oh yeah. No, this one's stunned.
Oh, stunned. Yeah, can't move or shoot. Pardon me. So at least we succeeded with that. But man, I just can't roll well on the penetration damage chart. Over here, Lances helped, fired at those guys, put them down a few wounds before anything happened. These guys moved back and ran, so they're sort of hanging back because I know his army's coming towards me, so I want to be able to move forward 6 inches in rapid fire next turn. What happened, did I mention on my opponent's turn, Annihilation Barge got zapped because he fired some haywires from the Taloses into it. The haywires blew up. I think I probably forgot to mention that. that the Annihilation Barge was already gone, so I wasn't able to use it for anything. And that was about it. So we're going to be taking a wall of death from this stuff here. We're going to try to respond to it. Okay, so rounding up bottom of turn 3, Talos has said, come here, went in there, instant killed 10 bases instantly. Glorious right there. Glorious feasting on those Scarabs. Over here, these guys decided to shoot and charge into the Wraiths. Wraiths didn't do too well. We managed, we got some wounds from shooting. One of them died before he could attack, and we did tie combat, though. We only caused 1 wound, and they caused 1 in return. So that was it. Shooting into here, didn't do very much on those guys. And what happened over here, some Venoms tried to fire into that unit, didn't do a heck of a lot, though. Haywire Blasters in here. Basically, everything fired at the Wraiths, but they made quite a few saves. A few wounds were caused, and then eventually combat, we tied. So that's it. This guy's just chilling on his own. So I got to really respond here. Back. Okay, rounding up top of turn 4, a bit of a fiasco. Again, we fired a billion shots in here, but they went to ground these guys as well, and they just made a million 3+ saves, so that somehow 2 guys survived, something like 12 or 13 wounds there. We did get a little bit of help out, though, as 3 lances from here and 2 sort of, some strength 9 guns wiped out the Talos that had a pain token, so that was helpful. Over here, a total disaster in combat, as this guy didn't put any wounds in the unit. Wraiths didn't put any wounds. I think we put 1 unit into the wound into the unit, and then yeah, this Homunculi made like a million saves last time, a lot of saves this time, and they just crushed us. We just failed 3 out of 5 saves. The Wraiths are gone. This guy survived in combat though, and he's moving on. So we're still on the objectives, but we're going to be stormed by 2 nasty things very soon. We're going to have to fight back. Okay, so rounding up bottom of 4, again, a complete disaster of a turn. So what happened? A bunch of Venoms fired in here, put 8 wounds into my 12+ Lord unit of warriors. Every single save was failed, so all 8 saves, and then they rolled and they ran off. So I lost an entire troop choice out of nothing. This one guy that was failed to be gunned down by all the shooting I had from that unit 2 turns ago. His lance came in here, exploded the vehicle, which is okay. It's a heat lance, it's supposed to do that. Then these idiots got pinned. They got pinned, so they're useless now. Nothing into there, because there's no need to. He was wiping out my army on this side. Over here, tight combat. This guy's actually down to 1 wound, but we caused the wound on the Homunculi. Couldn't kill him, though, unfortunately. So we're on... Yeah. Okay, so we're on to turn 5. I am getting obliterated with 2 turns in a row of just slaughtering, but I'm fighting on for a tie at this point. So rounding up bottom of turn 5, yeah, so that's what it was. So I've surrendered. Why? What happened? Well, these guys were pinned, so they died. These guys popped out on that objective, and I would have kept fighting, except that these guys took 6 saves to make. We failed 5 of them, and I failed my leadership. I rolled another 11 here, so they're running away, so I've just surrendered at that point. But thanks for the game. Appreciate it.
Good game, man.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, it was looking like a good game for a while, and then my army just crumbled away. That's it. So be it.